Right, guys, welcome back to my channel. I remain on Skid-FX. So today we're going to be looking at a very important concept in trading, especially the synthetic market. So the concept we'll be treating is the fractal nature of market price and structure. All right, it's an important concept that you need to pay attention to as a trader, be it a synthetic trader or probably a forex trader like the currency pair. It's important to pay attention to this concept. Your ability to understand the fractal nature of markets will go a long way trying to help you know how to navigate within the time frame. There's a video on the concept of higher time frame versus the lower time frame. If you understand how to navigate within those time frame and you can couple it with the knowledge of the fractal nature of price and structure, it will increase your trading profitability. So when we say fractal nature of price and structure, what it simply means is that whatever happens on the lower time frame also happens on the higher time frame, or whatever happens on the higher time frame also happens on the lower time frame. Okay, what this means is that if you're on the higher time frame, says the daily time frame, and you are able to spot a chart pattern, probably an inverse head and shoulder. There is a video on chart pattern in case you don't understand what chart pattern is. Make sure you go through the video, just check through it. We have videos on what chart patterns are and how you can trade them, all right? So let's say you spot a chart pattern on the daily. And remember from what we said about the concept of higher time frame and lower time frame, we said that the daily is majorly for what? To make your analysis and probably get the overall flow or other flows in the market, while the lower time frame help us to find entries in order to join the movement in the market, right? So let's say you were able to spot the particular chart pattern on the higher time frame, and there is need for you to, based on what you have studied concerning chart pattern, probably it's an inverse head and shoulder. So you're actually looking for a way to enter a buy. You have to scale down to the lower time frame. Your ability to find entry based on this particular time frame, based on this chart pattern you've discovered on the daily time frame, is proportional to your knowledge about the fractal nature of price and structure. Okay, so like I said, when you say fractal nature of price and structure, it simply means whatever happens on the lower time frame also replicates on the higher time frame, or whatever happens on the higher time frame also replicates on the lower time frame. So I have here volatility 10 index, and this is what the 1 hour time frame. And I also have the same chart here on the lower time frame. So what I'm saying in essence is that when you look at the lower time frame, I've marked out some points. Okay, so this is a bear flag. All these things you can also find them on the lower time frame. Even if you scale down to the 5 minutes, you can also find it on the 5 minutes. The difference between this time frame is that for this structure to be formed on the higher time frame, it will take a longer time. Take, for instance, we are on the 1 hour time frame. What that means is that it takes each candle here, it takes each of these candles an hour for it to be formed. So before you, and 24 hours make a day. So if you are on the 24 hours, you have to wait for 1 hour candle for 24 hours to form just a candle on the daily time frame. Do you understand? So if you have a pattern like this, like let's say if you have a flag in this scenario on the 1 hour, you will have to wait for several days for this particular flag to replicate on the daily time frame. So the only thing is that it will be difficult for you to spot them on the higher time frame because because of the time range it will take them to form, and because of the fact that the higher time frame does not have much information. What I mean by much information is that the candles are filled, all right? The candles are filled. So, okay, when we look at this particular place, this is the 1 hour. You can also identify so many things here, like the likes of double top or multiple top. Here, I can see this is a double top. If you come to this place, you can also spot double top. Now, when you go to the higher time frame, the daily time frame, you can also find the same double top littered everywhere, okay? If you decide to scale down to even the 5 minutes, you will find the same double top everywhere, all right? So this is another triple top. Okay, this is a trend line. So all of this, let me go to the 5 minutes to see if we can actually find any of those things, probably the flag or the double top. Okay, this is one. They are littered everywhere on the chart. This is another one here. So it is important to understand this is one of the flag. This is one of the flag we're able to locate on the on the 1 hour. You see it replicating on even the 5 minutes. So let's check the daily time frame to see if we can actually find any double top. You see, this is one here. This is one here. This is another one. Okay, this is a trend line. I believe you can also spot this trend line on the. You can also spot this trend line on the 1 hour time frame. So that is how you should. That is why it is important for you to understand the fractal nature of price, and structure. Okay, so because you don't have to see a structure on the higher time frame and then you think that structure is peculiar to only that time frame, that it cannot happen on other time frame. No, price is fractal. What it means is whatever is happening on the higher time frame will definitely happen on the lower time frame. So with that, this piece of information is going to help you to understand decision to make. It will be easier analysis. Whenever you see things happening, you are now rest assured that what you are seeing on the higher time frame, you can also find them on the lower time frame. So all you need to do is navigate through the lower time frame and probably find, using the knowledge of your higher time frame versus lower time frame, couple it with the fractal nature of markets, and then you'll be able to find a good entry into the market. Okay. So for example, I think there is a trade. Okay, this is a trade that this is currently a trade that an analysis I made based on this particular concept. I went to the daily time frame to check, and I understand that the market is bearish. Why? How do I know? There is a break of structure to the downside, and I also saw a trend line being broken. Because I understand that market is fractal, I have to come all the way down to the 15 minutes, and I was able to spot a trend line of which I know that it should be broken for the market. Since the market is bearish and there is need to join the move, I have to find a continuation position for the sell. And as you can see, the first entry we have, look at how it reacted to it according to what the arrow is saying, and we are almost at the first level. Now I'm waiting for the bigger picture, which is what? A retest to one of these zones, or probably a break of structure to the downside again, and then I can take it. In making my entry on this, I also scale down to the 5 minutes. This is 15 minutes. I also scale down to the 5 minutes to check for this, to check for that particular, to check for the fractal nature of the market, to see how it's played out. Remember, there was a trend line on the 15 minutes. On the 5 minutes as well, I was able to spot this trend line. I was able to spot this trend line that was violated, although there's a bit of consolidation. But I know that once the trend line is broken, and chances are there that this structure will be broken as well. So once we break the structure, once the structure is, price break the structure and it's come to retest, just like as I have indicated by this arrow, and then I took my sell all the way from this point, and we are almost at our first TP zone. Okay, so this is why fractal nature of price and structure is really important. I hope this video is helpful. Please, if this is your first time of coming to this channel, just make sure you hit the bell, the subscription button, so that you can get other important content that will help ease your trading career. And as well, feel free to hit the like button, and if there is any question, you can drop it on the comments section. I will be happy to attend to all your questions. Thank you, guys. See you.